do you have clips every day on how to save water? Yeah, so I think it's very important having commercials, of course, to finance yourself, but also to create awareness, and this has to be done with all the media in the country. You see, we have the second point is education. One has to insert the climate change issues into the curricula at the schools.
Right.
The children have to learn, and they then will bring it home to their parents. Let me give you a story, a brief story.
Sure, sure.
In Germany, we all were used, my parents, to smoke on the street. And then throw just the cigarette away if you finish the cigarette. Now, it's not very good to smoke anyhow, but we were taught at school, we small children were taught at school not to throw anything away on the street. So when I went with my father, who was smoking and throwing this away, I used to tell to my father, listen, you shouldn't throw this away. I learned at school that one has to keep it and then have a really solid waste disposal, but not to throw it on the street. Now, and this proves that you can go via the younger generation, having it in curriculum at schools, that they also transmit it back home to their parents.
But sir, we are facing, you know, the climate change as well. So do you think this is also effect that we are not getting much water, much rain because of the climate change?
Well, this is definitely the case, that the surface temperature increases, and by the year 2050 in Pakistan, the temperature will increase by 3 to 5 degrees. So we are now, what are we, 2nd of July, and it's very hot and humid outside in the pre-monsoon. It will be 3 degrees to 5 degrees hotter in the year 2050 if not only Pakistan, but the mankind takes care of the climate change by international cooperation. One state alone cannot do it. Pakistan alone cannot do it. Germany cannot do alone it. It's important to follow reduce the CO2 emissions. It's very important also to stick to the Paris Agreement on climate.
Right, and I hope that we will back to this topic again, but we want to know that little bit about your country and of course of my country, that how can we improve you know, the people to come and visit Pakistan and their tourism. What do you think? Which area you like the most? Because I hope that you have seen few of them.
Well, I travel a lot in the country. I just a few weeks ago I had the visit of my wife, and we went to Baltistan, and we were hiking there in Shigar and Kaplu and Skardu and Ahmedabad and Karimabad. So this is beautiful area, and you have such an asset of landscapes here. It's really very, very good to be in this country. However, the problem is that I have not seen very many tourists there.
Okay.
There's Pakistanis, of course, they are traveling, but where are the foreigners? And there are no foreigners there.
Why? What do you think? What is the reason?
Well, I think you have, as Pakistan, you have a perception problem that people think the country is unsecure.
Right.
And,
Still you believe this? People
no, I don't believe it. I think the image of Pakistan is unfair, but the image of Pakistan is that it's a country which is not secure to travel, but it's up to the Pakistanis also to change it abroad and invite foreign tourists to come, provide the security, and because you have so much to offer in this country.
And what about your country, sir? You tell me something about Germany, that how many people you have in your country and how you describe your place, of course, that if people want to go there, which place you recommend to visit?
Well, I mean, we have also a beautiful country, which is nothing, of course, compared to the beauties of the northern areas here. We are a population of 80 million in a very small, relatively small country. You see, Germany fits 3 times into Pakistan. And it's relatively densely populated. But we have beautiful areas, natural parks, in particular in the east of Germany, which is less populated. We have nature reserves, and we have coastlines. We have the Baltic Sea, we have the Black Forest. That's, by the way, my area. That's why I have to do some advertisement for my area.
Right.
The Black Forest area in South Germany near the Swiss border is such a beautiful area to spend a few quiet days. Bavaria, you know, the castles of Bavaria is excellent. The east of Germany is very convenient to travel with very good hotels, cheap hotels, expensive hotels, whatever you like. And I invite